right, how's everybody doing today? I'm going to walk, so you have to actually follow me somewhat. Okay, how many people here believe AI is going to take over all of our jobs? There's always a couple. There's got to be a couple, right? Okay? I think we have to embrace AI, but oh, we can't do it publicly. Okay. I don't think AI is going to take over all our jobs, but I think it's going to help and enable everything we do, right? So I have the unique challenge of trying to manage the DoD cyber workforce. DOW. I'll get it yet. How big is that? One of the first things I want you to realize is scale. If you're going to work with Department of War, you're going to have to understand the scale that we operate at. How many companies in here are larger than 200,000 people? How big? How many? 400? Okay, I only have 245,000 in my cyber workforce. The DOW is about 4 million. So scale is a real problem for us. I'm short just under 20,000. That's 20,000 people short. You have a lot of companies that aren't even that big. The nation is short over 500 to 700,000 of our cyber experts. This is a problem that we have to address. A good thing, though, is the Department of War turns over 10,000 cyber experts a year. Where do they go? They go to industry, they go to federal partners, they help the nation. So my mantra is, where goes DoD in cyber, so goes the nation. Okay? Okay, one of the things I said we're going to do, we put out a strategy. I asked a bunch of crowds across the nation, how many people have read our strategy? And like, no hands go up, like none of you have. Oh, one. I think 2 maybe have read our strategy. Yay, the federal government put another strategy out. Believe it or not, the tenets of our strategy actually haven't changed over time. So I said, okay, that's nice, and I'll get to the tenets in a second. What are we doing? And how are we implementing? So here are some of the achievements that we achieved last year. If you work in federal government, if you're under 80 days to hire, you're considered good. Right now, we're tracking 70 days. By the way, what's industry? You might know what industry is in the technical sector? Is it greater than or less than 70? Less, okay? I won't say the source, but I have a source that says about 46 days, okay? So my goal is 25. I think I can get there. If I get one thing accomplished this year, I'm going to get to skills-based hiring. And I'll talk about that in a second. But here are some of our accomplishments. We were about 15% vacancy rate. Now we're down under 10. This is 24 numbers. 25, it'll be interesting to see what the number is. We made ranges, and we stood up an office. I am now the director of the Cyber Academic Engagement Office. Great, thank you, Congress. Gave me a task. I appointed a director. I don't have funding, I don't have resources, I don't have people, but I am the director, so I answer all the questions to the Hill on what we're doing with academic engagement. I firmly believe we need industry, academia, civilians, and military to solve our challenges within the Department of War. Okay, what's our strategy? The top 4 here, right? You all heard about retention. You all heard about recruitment. Development is key. We talked about that a lot today. How do you reskill? That's going to be key. Taking our legacy and reskilling our workforce to incorporate large language models, to incorporate Gen AI. How do we build that into our systems and use it? How many people here have used AI today? Okay, when I ask my federal workers that question, almost no hands go up. I have to encourage them to use AI. I use it for everything. I write all their evals with AI. I tell them that to their face. AI is writing your eval, okay? You better give me good input. The one difference here might be identification. I know in my workforce all of my requirements and that means what I'm required to have, and I know what I have on hand. That delta is my vacancy rate. I now am gaining all the information on proficiency levels. What level of proficiency you're at? You're at the basic level, intermediate, or advanced? That's not trivial to do. I need your help to help us with that. We have some partners in here who are helping us with learning management systems. That's how I track this. So that's key. It's another area I need help. So my goals, of those goals listed there, my number one goal is skills-based hiring. In the department, I don't care what your occupational series is. I don't care what your MOS is. I care about what you do and if you're qualified to do it. So we have work roles that define what you do, the knowledge, skills, abilities, and tasks to do that job, and either you can do it or you can't. I put out to my entire workforce, you cannot hire based solely on education, certification, experience, pedigree. So how are we hiring? I don't know. A combination of those? But no longer are the days that you can put out a position description that says, I need a PhD with 20 years of large language model experience. Those don't exist. We can't keep asking for these outrageous requirements. So to me, the answer is skills-based hiring. I don't want to see a resume. I don't want to know your pedigree. I don't want to know your certifications. I'm going to put you in a cyber range and see if you can do the job. If you can do the job, I should hire you. Okay, that's where we're headed. Help me get there. These ranges are not trivial to develop. We have lots of training ranges out there, 4-hour ranges. I need a 30-minute range that I can tell you if you're qualified to do a job. All right, here's our workforce. When I say cyber, I'm talking about all these categories: IT, cybersecurity, cyber intel, AI, data, software. Cyber enablers is key, right? Who's a cyber enabler? I am. I'm a leader, right? That's one of my tasks. So I'm an enabler. We have over 100 different occupational series in our workforce. 74 work roles. I update them every 90 days. That's not trivial to do, by the way, which means I'm changing the KSATs. Cyber is moving quickly. I think every 8 to 9 months, we have new cyber technologies. Right now, AI is exponentially increasing that. I'm thinking every month right now, we're changing our AI capabilities. We have to keep up. If you have a favorite model you're using this week, next week there'll be one that replaces it. Keep up with the technology. Models are getting better. The micromodelers are great at doing very specified tasks. Learn what those are. All right. Thank you for your time. Again, Mark Orag, DOW. Let's go.